Chapter 4. As we walked down the corridor, we passed a group of princesses looking at a notice board. As we got closer, they started whispering to each other, and a princess with a long pointy nose said, "Those are the girls I was telling you about. They're in big trouble. They've got minus Tiara points already." Then the others snickered. Princess Sophia was wonderful. She swept us past with such a superior look on her face I almost giggled. "Ignore them," she ordered in her clear, cool voice. "Princesses should support each other at all times, especially when things go wrong." And she sailed on as if she hadn't cared in the world. "That was Princess Florine by the board," Alice said in my ear. "And Princess Perfecta was the one with the snooty stare. She was here last year, but she didn't win enough points to join the Tiara Club, so she's back here again in the first year with us. My big sis says she's ghosty." "Oh," I said, and then I noticed something. Emily and Daisy was both blowing their noses really, really hard. And I instantly knew they were trying not to cry. I had made up my mind I had to convince Fairy G that my new friends must go to the birthday ball, even if I didn't. Maybe. And my stomach felt so wobbly at the thought she could give me even more minus Tiara points instead. Alice knew the way to the matron's room, and we soon found ourselves outside a big door with a sign outside that said, "Fairy Godmother, Matron at the Princess Academy. No frogs, toads, or spiders, if you please. P.S. No headache pills would be given to dragons." I took a deep breath and knocked. "Come in!" boomed a loud and echoing voice. I nervously opened the door and peeped inside. Fairy G was huge. She had an enormous big red face and sticking out hair, and she was dressed in a whole collection of shawls and scarves and floaty drapey things. Behind her, a massive log fire crackled and splat, and flames roared away up the chimney. All around the room was shelves and shelves of bottles and pots and jugs, and strange-looking bunches of what might have been herbs. The biggest tabby cat I ever seen was curled up on the back of a giant armchair. It was all very weird and a little bit scary. And then I saw our ball gowns. They were hung over a long rail, and you've never seen anything so terrible. They were covered in weeds and mud, and were dripping all over the carpet. The laces were torn, and the fur was bed drag. And there was a long loop of dull yellowing stars draped over a heap of torn and tattered petticoats. Sophia let out a little cry. The others gasped. Worst of all, Alice let go of my hand and clutched at Katie's arm. "My beautiful dress," she moaned. "Oh, look at it." "So," Fairy G bellowed, and she was looking straight at me, "you're the one who caused all this mess and muddle. What have you got to say for yourself?" I swallowed hard. It was all my fault, I whispered. I just didn't think. I ran after the coach, and the driver crashed because he was looking back at me. And that was the exact moment when a huge spark flew out of the fire. It landed on the thick woolly carpet, and the brightest red and yellow flames shot up in the air.